Oh my God, I need to sort this lighting out. Let's sort it out. I'm going to get some yoga music going on in the background. Hello, Kimbo. Have you come to chill out with me, babes? Hello, lovelies. We are doing Tap, Tap, Tapping Tuesday. We're going to chill out together, wind down for the evening. I'm just going to get some lovely, relaxing music going on in the background. Can I have a little thumbs up if you can hear the relaxing tunes? Jo's here. She's here for the full session. Hello, lovely. I've just got to sort this lighting out. It's absolutely dreadful. Hang on. Right. Hi, Laura. Can you give me a little thumbs up if you can hear the yoga tunes? Just sort this thing out. There we go. Here she is, Alicia. You're going to love this. This is a bit of you, babes. Right. Yeah, we can hear it. Good, good, good. Right. Can you all see me, or do I need to sort that light out? It's a bit awful, isn't it? But don't matter. You're going to shut your eyes in a minute anyway. Okay. Right. So, tapping Tuesday. Right. Are we ready to wind down? Now, I had such a lovely response from this the other week that I just thought I would do it every week. So every Tuesday night at 9 o'clock, we're going to do a guided EFT session because it went down really well and everybody seemed to really enjoy it. So if you've not heard of EFT before, it is emotional freedom technique. And it is a technique that is based around the energy meridians of our body that are used in Chinese medicine, acupuncture, acupressure, and we use them in this technique. But instead of using needles or anything like that, we are actually just using our fingers to tap on the ends of these energy meridians to help us to release any blocks. Okay, so we are gonna just need to get comfy and then we can get started. Right, so make sure you're sitting nice and comfy. Nice and comfy. Nice bit of space around you because we're going to do a bit of a shakeout. You know, we like a shakeout at the end of all of this. Okay. Hi, Lucinda. And get yourself nice and comfy and ready to wind down. Okay. Now, we're just going to go through with you the points again so that you know which points we're going to cover tonight. And so that when we go through the process, you will know where we're going next. Okay, so we have the karate chop point, which is sort of half just below the knuckle of your little finger, and you're going to use 2 fingers and you're going to tap on this point here. So just make sure you can find it. You will feel a little bit of a zing when you found the point, because it's an acupressure point. You will feel a zing sort of go up your arm. So just have a little feel around until you've got that point. That's your karate chop point. All right, now the next point is in between our eyebrows. And again, just have a little feel around until you've found that little zing point in between your eyebrows. It doesn't matter which hand you do this with, and it doesn't matter which side of the face you do it on. So just go with whichever hand is comfortable for you. Now the next one is at the side of the eye. So just give that a little tap and get your little zing point at the side of your eye. I get a really good zing at the side of my eye. It's one of my best points. So have a little feel around for that one. And then we're going to go under the eye. Have a little feel for this one. Have a little feel there and get your point under your eye. And then the next point is underneath the nose. Just to make sure that we can feel that. Get a little zing going there. And the next point is on your chin, tip of your chin. Get your little zing point. Make sure you know where it is. And then we are moving to the collarbone. And it's just sort of underneath your collarbone here. Give that a little tap around and see if you can find that one. And then we're going to go to under the arm. Give a little feel around for that one. Oh, I got a good zing out of that one. That's a good one. And then we're going top of the head, okay? So I tend to use all of my fingers on the top of my head. This is a bit of a bigger space so that you can actually feel for that spot. I like this one, it feels nice. And then the last spot that we're going to use is around the wrist, and you're going to use your middle finger and your thumb, and you're going to grab all the way around your wrist, and you're going to give it a really good squeeze. And when we get to this point, we're going to do a visualization. So we're going to take a deep breath, we're going to close our eyes, and we're going to go into a visualization that I'm going to guide for you. And then when we come out of that, we're going to hold on to the wrist the whole time we're in the visualization. And then when we come out, we're going to shake the whole thing off. We're going to give it a good shake. All right. So what we're focusing on tonight is any sort of negative energy or negative feelings that you might have been having today. So that might be a feeling of anxiety, of worry. Maybe you haven't slept very well. You're feeling super tired behind the eyes. Whatever it is that's bothering you the most today, that is what I want to help you to clear this evening. So what I want you to do is really, really focus on where that feeling is. I've had some quite high anxiety today. It's been a little stressful around here today, and I'm feeling it in my chest. It's all around here, and it feels tight, and it's in my throat as well. So this is where my feeling is. I know sometimes if I'm feeling particularly fatigued, I feel that in my arms. If I'm feeling particularly tired, I feel that behind my eyes. So I just want you to really, really tune in to where that negative feeling is sitting within your body, because the mind and the body are so connected that what we are thinking, those thoughts that we need to clear, they do come out in our feelings in our body. If you're having anxiety, perhaps you feel it in your tummy. You're going to feel it somewhere in your body. It's not just going to be the thoughts. So I really want you to hone in on where that feeling is. And I want you to rate it out of 10, right? 10 being the absolute worst, most unbearable feeling, down to 1, it's not there, it's not bothering you anymore, or 0, not bothering you anymore. So I'm going to rate my anxiety at about an 8.5 today. Feeling it in more places than 1. I've got it, I feel it in my arms, I've got it definitely in my chest, my throat. So whatever it is that you're feeling, okay, so it can be any feeling. It can be a physical pain, it can be an emotional feeling or an emotional pain, it can be a negative attitude that you've got towards yourself over anything. You might be beating yourself up about something, or annoyed with yourself about something. You might be annoyed with someone else, and you might want to clear that and forgive it and let it go. Whatever it is that you need to focus on today, I want you to think about where it is, rate it out of 10. Right, and when we're all there, can we just have a little thumbs up that everybody's ready to move into clearing? Hello. Let's have a thumbs up. Right, we ready? Okay, good. Right. So the script. I'm going to do a really general script for this evening. And when I say this feeling, I want you to replace that with the really, really specific wording for what is going on in your body, right? So if I was going to do a really specific wording for me today, I would be saying this anxiety, okay? So if you are having a physical pain, you've got a headache or something like that, you would say this headache, this headache, this headache. So whatever it is that we need to clear, I want you to be really, really specific with your wording. I'm going to say this feeling so that it can be general for everybody, and you are going to take it specific at home, okay? So we're going to come to the first point. We've got our karate chop point. And before we start, let's have a shake off, shall we? Should we have a stretch? Let's have a little stretch and shake off. And get ready. Stretch it out, just a sitting stretch. And let's get ready to start. Okay, right. We'll have some nice deep breaths. And when you take your deep breaths, breathe with your diaphragm and inhale belly out. Exhale, belly drop. Okay, and we're going to come to the first point. And I want you to say it with me. And I want you to tap. Even though I have this feeling, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I have this feeling, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I have this feeling, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. On to the second point. Inhale. This feeling, this feeling, this feeling. Exhale. Move to the next point. Inhale. This feeling, this feeling, this feeling. Exhale. Inhale. This feeling, this feeling, this feeling. Exhale. Inhale. This feeling, this feeling, this feeling. Exhale. Move to the chin. Inhale. This feeling, this feeling, this feeling as you exhale. And then move to the collarbone. And inhale. Exhale, this feeling, this feeling, this feeling. Inhale, move to the next point. Exhale, this feeling, this feeling, this feeling. Inhale, move to the top of the head. Exhale, this feeling, this feeling, this feeling. Inhale, grab the wrist. And exhale, stay holding on tight around the wrist. And I want you to visualize a tree. And I want you to visualize yourself standing at the foot of the tree. And as you're standing at the foot of the tree and you look up the trunk of the tree, you can't actually see the top. And you look down to the ground and you see the roots of the tree, and they're embedded really deeply into the ground. And you bend down and you start to lift out the roots of the tree one by one. And you're lifting them out and it's easy. It's not difficult. It's coming out much, much easier than you anticipated. And you're lifting the roots of the tree, and then you lean on the trunk of the tree to push it over, and you push the tree to the ground, and it hits the ground and you feel a rush of air and a rush of relief as the tree hits the ground. And you can't believe that you've achieved that you have pushed over a tree that a minute ago you couldn't see the top of. And you stand there and you look at the tree, and it's fallen. It's a fallen tree. It's broken, shattered to the ground. And you feel like you've really, really accomplished something. Take a couple of deep breaths. Stay holding on to the wrist. Okay, now open your eyes and let's shake it off. Okay, just give it a good shake and a good stretch. Okay, so now come back to the feeling, come back to the pain, come back to the emotion, and I want you to rate it out of 10 again. Now we've done one cycle. And mine's definitely come down. I'm going to say where am I? I feel like I'm about a 5. after one round. I was an 8.5 before this. It's definitely that visualization really, really helps to sort of clear that negative energy. So has everybody's number come down? You give me a thumbs up if your numbers come down. And we're just going to take a few deep breaths while we focus on that feeling again. And we're going to give it a new number. Great, so Tash, you're focusing on your tension, okay? So next time around, I want you to really, really be thinking about and focusing on where you're feeling that tension, right? So if it's in your shoulders, if it's in your back, if it's in your neck, like how are you holding that tension? Really, really focus on where it is and exactly how it feels. And every time we tap, and we're tapping out this tension, this tension, this tension, you're focusing on that place. Okay, so let's go for a second round. So everybody's got their number. We know what we're aiming to be lower than next time around, okay? So just gonna have another little stretch. And we'll come back to the first point, the karate chop point. We get ready to wind down another level. Ready to wind down, and we're gonna go with the script. So I want you to follow me, and I want you to replace this feeling with your emotional pain. Okay, take a deep breath, and we start tapping on the karate chop point. Even though I have this feeling, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I have this feeling, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I have this feeling, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And we're going to move to the eyebrows. Inhale. Exhale. This feeling, this feeling, this feeling. Move to the side of the eye. Inhale. Exhale. This feeling, this feeling, this feeling. Inhale, move to under the eye. Exhale, this feeling, this feeling, this feeling. Inhale, move to under the nose. Exhale, this feeling, this feeling, this feeling. Inhale, move to the tip of the chin. Exhale, this feeling, this feeling, this feeling. Inhale, move to the collarbone. Exhale, this feeling, this feeling, this feeling. Inhale, move to under the arm. Exhale, this feeling, this feeling, this feeling. Inhale, move to the top of the head. Exhale, this feeling, this feeling, this feeling. Inhale, move to the wrist, and you squeeze around the wrist with your middle finger and your thumb. Give it a really good squeeze around the whole wrist. Take a deep breath. Exhale, and visualize yourself in the forest. Now you're wandering through the forest and you're looking for another tree. And you settle on a tree. And as you walk up to this tree, you're feeling really confident because you know what you've achieved already. And you're looking at the tree, and this time it's far away, but you can see the top and you can see some light through the leaves. And as you look down, the roots of this tree are really visible. And you can see that they are where they are and where you're going to lift them out. And you look around confidently knowing what to do next. And you start to lift the roots of the tree one by one, and they come up so easily, just as you expected. And you're lifting these roots, and they're so light that you just lifting them out with joy and pride in yourself that this is an easy task. And you lean on the tree knowing what's going to happen, and it comes crashing to the ground. And as this tree crashes to the ground, it smashes into a million pieces and is just a pile on the floor. It's no longer a huge tree, it is just pieces and leaves on the ground. And you feel the rush of air hit you as the leaves hit the ground. And you smile because you knew what was coming, and it was easy, and you knew it was going to be easy, and you feel proud of yourself. And you stand at the roots of this tree and you take a couple of deep breaths. And you open your eyes and give it a shake out. Give it a shake and a stretch. Shake it to the bottom. And shake it to the top. Right, take a deep breath. Center yourself back to the feeling. And I want you to focus on that feeling and give it another number. I feel like I'm probably still about a 5. I don't really feel like that one's made a lot of difference. I think I'm still about a 5. It might have gone down a little bit. How's everybody else feeling after that round? Will you show me your numbers? Take a couple of deep breaths and we'll do one more round together. And then you can take this technique and you can continue until your pain has passed. Yeah, I reckon me too as well, Joe, about a 4.5. So let's try and get that down to like a strong 2, yeah? Like a 1.5, 2. I'd like to be there before we get off the session for everybody tonight. So let's shake it out. Let's give another shake out. And wherever you're feeling it, just try and shake that. I'm really feeling it in my chest, so I'm just going to try and shake it out of my chest a bit. I'm not going to shimmy in your face anymore, though. That was a bit much. So let's just give it a little shake out. All right, and let's go for a third round. And let's try and get down to a 1.5. I'll be happy with a 1.5, and then we can continue our evening and try and get it down to a 0 with another round at home. Okay? Okay. So center back to your feeling. Focus on that place where you're feeling that tension, the anxiety, physical pain, whatever it is you're focusing on this evening, that headache, that argument, that limiting belief, whatever it is that's holding you back today. Take yourself back to that place. So mine's definitely in my chest and my throat. I feel like it's moved up into my throat more since doing this. So I'm going to be really focusing on my throat for this round. And we are going to come back to the karate chop point right here. And we're going to do a final round of clearing. And where I say this feeling, remember, I want you to be really specific with your wording and use this anxiety, this tension, this headache, this physical pain, okay? Okay, a couple of deep breaths. When you're taking your deep breaths, remember to breathe from your diaphragm and push your diaphragm down and your belly out. Exhale, let it all go. Okay, back to the karate chop point. Even though I have this feeling, I deeply love and accept myself. Even though I have this feeling, I deeply love and accept myself. Even though I have this feeling, I deeply love and accept myself. Inhale, move to the eyebrows. Exhale, this feeling, this feeling, this feeling. Inhale, move to the side of the eye. Exhale, this feeling, this feeling, this feeling. Inhale, move to under the eye. Exhale, this feeling, this feeling, this feeling. Inhale, move to under the nose. Exhale, this feeling, this feeling, this feeling. Inhale, move to the tip of the chin. Exhale, this feeling, this feeling, this feeling. Inhale, move to the collarbone. Exhale, this feeling, this feeling, this feeling. Inhale, move to under the arm. Exhale, this feeling, this feeling, this feeling. Inhale, move to the top of the head. Exhale, this feeling, this feeling, this feeling. Inhale, move to the wrist, using your middle finger and your thumb. Grab around the wrist and squeeze tight and take a deep breath. Exhale and find yourself back in the forest. Now you're in the forest, but you can see the sky really clearly. The trees seem to have parted and the air is fresh and you can feel the warmth of the sun on your skin. And you come to the foot of another tree, but it's quite a small tree and you can see the top really easily. You can see through the branches. It's lush and green and friendly looking tree. And you can see the sky between the leaves. And you look at the roots and they seem to be lifting up in front of you as if they're waiting for you to lift them. And you can see them coming out of the ground in front of your eyes. And as you place your hand underneath the roots of this tree, they're so light and soft, they feel nice to touch. And it doesn't take long before the tree is falling away by itself. You've not had to put any effort into pushing this tree down. It's come away from the ground really easily. You've barely put your hand on the trunk before it hits the ground really, really softly. And as this tree hits the ground, it just completely disappears and melts into the ground in front of your eyes. And the breeze that hits your face as the tree hits the ground just lifts the leaves into the sky, and the rest of the tree dissolves into the ground. And you look up to a clear sky. You're now standing in a clearing. and you can feel the warmth of the sun on your skin. And you smile at what an easy task that was, and you're grateful to the tree for doing that work for you, for being there for you, for following your guidance without you needing to tell it what to do. And you feel free and accomplished. Take a couple of deep breaths and really solidify that feeling of wholeness. Still holding on to the wrist. And let go. Breathe out and open your eyes. That was a good one. Oh, I feel better after that one. Right, let's give it a shake out. Oh, shake to the top. Oh, and shake it down. Oh, give it a good stretch. Little chair stretch. And come back to your feeling and center yourself with that feeling. And let's give it a number. Oh, that was a good one. I'm definitely at like a 1.5, if not a 1. It feels cleared. That was a good one. How's everybody else feeling? Yeah, we're good? Tash, you good? Joe, how you doing? Take a couple of nice deep breaths. And let it out. That was a good round, that one, wasn't it? I feel like I really got lost in that round and like it really cleared. Joe, that's better. So we're coming down. Come down by a whole point, but you probably need another maybe 2 or 3 rounds on the feeling. Okay, so I want you to, you've learned this technique now, you've been with me a couple of weeks, you've learned this technique, so I want you to take that forward now, and I want you to go through this process another 2 or 3 times until you're down to a 1. Okay, you do that for me? Awesome. So just to finish up, I just want to say that you can use this technique on any blocking feeling. Right? Whether that is a worry, whether that is a pain, whether it is an outside stressor, somebody stressing you out, you can use it on those feelings just to clear those feelings and move on. You can literally use it for anything, and I can help you to build a script to get past any blockages that you have. So for those of you that are following this with me, please feel free to send me a message, and I can help you to put together a really personalised script that is going to specifically help you to clear what is blocking you. Okay, so drop me a message and I can be really specific and help you to get a really good script down for what you need. This is a technique that I learned about 9 years ago when I was diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome, and I learnt it on a course. So I took a CBT course, which is cognitive behavioural therapy, which involved some neuro-linguistic programming as well, where I retrained my brain to heal myself from the chronic fatigue. So I learnt this technique throughout this course, and it is something that I have used pretty much daily now for 9 years, and you can literally use it on anything. So if you're doubting yourself at work, if you are literally, if you've got a headache, you can use it. Like if you've twisted your ankle, you can just help, it just helps you to cope with things a bit better, because you clear the emotion that is attached to it. because our thoughts and our body, our mind and our body and our skin are all completely interlinked. And if you get an embarrassed feeling, that comes out in our skin. If you get an embarrassed feeling, it happens in your gut, right? So the thought is in your head, it comes out in your skin, and it comes through the gut as well. So the mind, body and skin are so connected. And this technique has helped me through so much, through the chronic fatigue, through the celiac disease, through pregnancy pain, through migraines, through limiting beliefs about myself and my business and things like that. And you can just use it for anything. So anything that you feel like is holding you back, no matter how big or small, a couple of rounds of this can really, really help you to get through. And it's a practical step. So it's not like you're just meditating on it. It is a practical step that you can use to clear a blockage. And it's all based on Chinese medicine. And it works. Like, you've joined in with me now enough to know and feel that this works. You just need to work on it. If the feeling is more ingrained, you just need to put more work in. So if it's an anxiety that is there constantly, you might want to do a few rounds on this every single day and build this into your routine. Yeah, if you can build it in over time, it will fade and fade and fade. Okay, so if it's something that you're finding that's really working, use it. It's so simple. It takes a couple of minutes. Even if you just do a couple of quick rounds of tapping and just say your scripts. If we get your scripts written out all really, really specifically for you, you can work on it really, really specifically. And if you'd like more information on the course that I took, I can send you a link through to a free mini course of it, so you can see if you like it. And if you want to know more about how I'm building that into my business now, then you know that I'm working with Arbonne, and that is also all about the mind, body and skin connection and how this all interlinks. And we can help you with sorting out your nutrition to make sure that your gut health is absolutely on point, which in turn helps your mind, which in turn helps your skin. We can help your skin health, which in turn helps your mind, helps your body. So there's lots of different things that are all interlinking, but this is one of my absolute favourite techniques. So thank you so much for showing up tonight. I really, really appreciate you being here. Please go forward and do a few more rounds this evening. Joe, you definitely need to do that. I want you to get down to a 1, and I want you to text me when you're at a 1, okay? And I will see you all live here next week for Tap 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 Tuesday. I love it. It's a good name, isn't it? So I'll see you next week. Thank you so much. Good night.